over the setups and stuff that I took. All right, now I do have my screen split up, but we're gonna go ahead and make it one. All right, just so you guys can see the bigger picture here. All right, so this is the 15-minute chart. We're gonna throw everything on, and this for the week. All right, so for the week, as y'all can see, US30 has been in this uptrend, and the way it's been moving upward though, it's still been, tricky a little bit. Major pullbacks, and it's time going to close certain gaps and stuff like that. I don't never have a bias. All right, I never have a bias, but I would never want to go against the trend. But at the same time, if you're going for points and stuff like that, these pullbacks right here are literally hundreds of points, that you can easily eat off of. So it's not like you have to stick with a particular, bias on buys or sells when it comes to US30, because it's going to give you both. It's just you have to know where to buy and sell at. All right, that's with anything. It's not just US30. Monday was a crazy day, as y'all can see, man. But it gave us way more. I actually sent out a Zoom call link on Monday, and we caught like 200 points. We had some news Monday, and it actually broke structure, so we took that and we got out. All right, came right back down, but that didn't have nothing to do with us. That's what the the point system is set up for you to take your bread and go. All right, now if you're having problems with taking your bread and go, then you in the stage of greed, and you're gonna have to kill that quickly. Just consistently hitting a number, consistently hitting a target each day, each week, each month. That's growth. All right, so definitely got out of there. It gave us 100 more points than what we was needed. All right, for the day. The next day, all right, I did end up taking a loss. Crazy thing is, I didn't buy the whole time, but I was looking more. All right, I was looking more like this. All right, more like this. But I should have known that they was gonna go grab that right there. But once again, I was looking like, okay, it came here, and it dropped, and I was like, here. Then it gave us that fake illusion right here. It was some news that dropped this day. All right, it was some news that definitely dropped and made it push up. And I would say it was my this was another mistake that I made. I did not actually wait for that news to drop. I ended up taking a sale right before the news dropped. That news was at like 10 o'clock. I end up, taking the trade way before 10. So like I said, the market has definitely been on one this week, but the moves are still there. Right here, all right, it pushed up. So my first initial trade was a buy after it broke structure. We was on Zoom call, so we took this buy. It broke structure. It gave us about 70 some points. All right, and we had time to get out, grab partials right there. It ended up coming all the way back down. All right, ended up coming all the way back down, and I was like, damn, okay, so the sale must be ready then, because that looked like liquidity. Waited for this counter to see what it was gonna do. The next counter come out, bearish. Then I'm taking the sale down, and I was expecting to come down to at least something like down here, but it didn't do that. So we end up taking the sell off this candle. Once it came back up and wicked off again, I'm like, okay, bet that's 2 wicks. So we took the sell, and we end up getting out early because it stopped right here. And then as soon as this counter right here opened, it just jumped up. So it's a big gap between here and here. You know what I'm saying? It jumped up, and then it shot straight through. And then we end up taking that buy again. So in reality, as a scalper, hold on, let me move this over here. As a scalper, on some days, like I say, I can't be biased because the market doing what it do on our price action, So we breaking structure, I'm taking buys. If we bouncing off structure, I'm taking sales. But as far as the manipulation and the liquidity grabs and everything like that, it's totally out of the trader's control. So I'm just going based off what it is, but I don't force trades. I don't like to force trades. So if I find myself taking a buy, then a sell, and then a buy, like I'm gonna leave the market alone. So this actually was the last setup that we took for that day. All right, and it shot straight up 100 points. All right, after all of that. Now I break everything down to the team on where I feel like on where it could be potentially going on a higher time frame. So on this particular day, I was expecting to go ahead and come up here and fill, you know, this area up here. As you see, it shot up way more than what we needed. But when it got here, it came all the way back down. So I ended up taking profit right here once it came back and broke structure right here. So I did not hold these entries. Today, all right, so today we end up taking this 930 buy right here. I was expecting to go ahead and fill that this morning, but it didn't. So we end up getting out right here. Then it came back down. All right. I left a stop loss running though, like a small entry running, which my stop loss was right here. All right, at the time of this trade. But I end up, I closed most of my positions right here, and I left a small position running, so I still closed with profit, all right? Even when it came and hit the stop loss. So then when it came down when it came back down to structure right here, we entered again. When it came back down to structure right here, all right, we entered. And then, once again, I was looking for it to close this gap, and it didn't do it. So it only went up for about 285 points, which is that's a lot of points. Once again, man, the market just been, up and down, doing what it do, but still a lot of blessings inside of it, especially when it's breaking, structures and respecting structure and stuff like that. It makes it easier for entries, to be honest. So, it's just one of those weeks, where it's just one of those weeks. Now, the movements, they happen, like the movements they be out the blue. So it'll push up and then it'll get choppy. Push up, then it'll get choppy. Push up, then it'll get choppy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you just gotta be careful and don't be trying to force everything. So don't be trying to force trades and stuff like that. Just be patient, let it come back to a familiar zone, and you should be good. Close out this last quarter, man, in the profit, and just keep going and keep everything sane. Once again, focus on you, make sure you good, block out the noise, and just tighten up on your game. All right. But if you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Other than that,